Alright guys, I am back with my review of Redneck Island Season 3. This is the last episode of the season. The Reckonator. So Steve lets everybody call home. He gives them 2 minutes each so they can call their families. And now we get a challenge. And just like I thought, whoever loses this goes home immediately. So this is a big challenge here. They have to answer these trivia questions, and whoever gets the most right gets to choose their opponent for this game where you have to chase the person around this square out in the water. So Lindsay gets the most questions, and she chooses Misty. She wants to go up against Misty, which means Bucket is going to have to go up against Cody. And the 2 winners are safe. They're in the final. But the 2 losers have to go against each other, and whoever loses that gets sent home immediately. But one thing I noticed just now that was kind of weird is they answered the trivia questions, and the last question was about Misty. But when it shows the boards, and Steve says, okay, it's going to be Lindsay versus Misty, go get ready, the boards still said Joe on them. So they did some type of editing here with these trivia questions. I just thought that was kind of interesting. Well, they start the challenge where they have to chase each other around the wooden square, and Lindsay beats Misty, and Cody beats Bucket. So it's Bucket versus Misty, and Misty gets sent home. I'm not really surprised by this. I believe in the last week's episode I said this is exactly what I thought would happen. Then they go back to camp, and they're eating with Steve, and he tells them he's going to throw everything at him during this challenge. But one thing that was kind of odd is in the first 2 seasons, they bring back some of the people who have been eliminated, and they all have a big meal together. And they didn't do that here. I don't know if they're going to be at the end, because they're usually at the end where Steve is, waiting on the winner to see who wins. But I don't know if they're going to be there or not, so I'm curious to see that. Oh man, this was awesome. So awesome. So they get to the final challenge, the Reckonator. And you got Lindsay, Bucket, and Cody. And they have to put all this sand into a sandbag so that this rope will hold their weight. And they can swing across this water. Then they have to shoot out these plates with a slingshot, get a key to the 4-wheeler, and drive to the next area. And it starts off with Lindsay being in last place. She's doing terrible. I wasn't surprised by this. I figured that's how it would be the entire challenge. So she does start off just doing really bad. Bucket actually takes the lead. He's the first one to get his 4-wheeler. He drives to the next area. Cody's behind him. So they get to the next area. They have to get these coolers, and then they have to solve a puzzle. And as soon as you put it together, you just read what it says, and it'll tell you where to go. And they all have the same puzzle. So Bucket gets there first. He's working on his puzzle. Cody gets there. He's working on it. He sucks at puzzles. And then Lindsay is able to catch up. So Bucket reads the answer, and he has to go to a tub of ice with all these beers floating in it and get 12 beers from the people who have been eliminated on the island, put them in his cooler, and then get in the boat, go to the next area. So Bucket reads it out loud, and he goes and starts getting the beers. Lindsay solves the puzzle. She reads it out loud. She goes and gets the beers. Cody has heard 2 people read the answer and still can't put the pieces together. That was ridiculous. So Cody ends up in last place here. And Bucket takes off. Lindsay's behind him. They get to the beach. They have to run up these stairs. They get to Steve, and they see the last challenge where they have to put the pictures of everyone who's been eliminated in the order that they were eliminated, and match the beers to the pictures, and then they win. Whoever can do this first is the winner, $100,000. So Bucket's there first. He's working on the puzzle. Lindsay shows up. She starts working on it, and then Cody is able to catch up here. And everybody, it's just neck and neck. Cody gets all the pictures up, and he runs to Steve, but Steve says, you forgot the beers. You got to put the beers up there too. And Bucket thinks he won, and it starts to play this music like he did win, but then Steve says, nope, you got one wrong. And then Lindsay is able to finish the puzzle first. She runs up to Steve, and he says, you win. And that was a huge surprise. This was awesome, though. I mean, she definitely deserved it. She was the underdog. I didn't think she had a chance of winning this thing. So very, very happy for her. This was just really cool that she was able to beat two of the strongest players in the game. And Cody was pissed, man. He was just, you could tell he was just upset. I mean, who wouldn't be? But yeah, it was a good episode. I like the final challenge a lot. And overall, this has been probably the best season of the show, I'd say. They didn't bring any of the old cast members back, though, so I thought that was kind of strange. But really good season, and I'm looking forward to Season 4. So that's my review of the last episode of Redneck Island Season 3. Hope you guys liked the video. Leave your thoughts on the season in the comments, and thanks for watching.